Good morning, you guys. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So, today, you guys, we're going to be talking about everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. Good morning to everybody. We're going to go ahead and let a couple of people start joining the live. That way, we could start talking about everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. Okay, so I see Odalie and Chili, Daniel. How you guys doing today? Welcome. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. So today, you guys, we're gonna be talking about the financial plans. These amazing specials that we have going on here at Icon Cosmetic Center. By the way, you can check out the specials that we have here at Icon Cosmetic Center on our Instagram. Okay, they're pinned on our Instagram at icon/cosmetic/center/Miami. Okay, so with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, when I'm telling you now, it really has never been easier than today right now for you guys to finally be able to get your surgery. So make sure that you're making the most out of today. Make sure that you're making the most out of right now. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. With everything that we have going on, you guys see this amazing promotion right here. This is an insane promotion that we have going on right now, especially because maybe you've been wanting to get your surgery done, you guys, but you haven't been able to take that next step because certain things in your life happen, or certain things happen that make you shift your focus to whatever it is that is going on. So then you lose the attention on you finally getting your surgery. So I'm letting you guys know now that this doesn't have to keep being a conversation. It could actually be a reality. Okay, I know you've probably been talking about it with your friends or your family or your partner or your coworkers or your acquaintances, and I'm here to let you know now, like, with the help of these financial plans, it really has never been easier than today right now for you guys to finally get surgery. We also offer free virtual consultations and free in-person consultations for absolutely everybody. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember, because maybe you may be watching me outside of Miami, maybe you're outside of the state, or maybe you're outside of the country. But with everything that we have to offer here at Cosmetic Center, it is so worth it, you guys. It is so amazing for you to go ahead and take advantage of this, because not only do you have board certified surgeons that are gonna be working on your body, getting you to the results that you want to get to, is the fact that you also can get a promotion, a special price, okay, with these amazing board certified surgeons. And when you put your $250 deposit, you get to lock in the special price for up to 2 years. Now, you're not gonna need no 2 years to pay off your surgery, you guys, I promise you that. With everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today right now for you guys to finally go ahead and get your surgery. So with that being said, make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that even if you're watching me outside of the state, outside of the country, you guys should know that we have iconic dolls worldwide. What does this mean, you guys? That we have, people from all over the world coming to us for their desired bodies, and they know that here at Cosmetic Center, we do not play when it comes to our patients, to their results, to their health, to their peace of mind, to their comfortability. These are all things that are really important for us. So make sure that you're leaving your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and schedule you for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that with everything that we have to offer here at Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier for you to finally get your surgery. Okay, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that we also have amazing promotions for combined procedures. For anyone that is confused on what it is, a combined procedure, you guys, is when we go ahead and get a BBL or a tummy tuck together, or we get a Lipo 360 with a breast augmentation, or we get a BBL with a breast augmentation, or we get a mommy makeover with a vaginoplasty with some chin lipo. Okay, these are, you know, perfect examples of what combined procedures consist of. And you know, if you have a specific example that you know cater to your needs and to your wants, that one as well. Okay, you guys, it wasn't just the examples I gave. You can combine these procedures in many different ways, and honestly I think it's like very convenient and very amazing because you know you get the opportunity of getting a more complete surgery. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important for us to remember is that when we are coming outside of the state or outside of the country to Miami for surgery, right? So when you're coming out here to Icon Cosmetic Center, it is important to remember, you guys, that you need to be staying in the city of Miami a minimum of 7 days. Okay, you guys, this is something that it is important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, because this is a requirement, you guys, not only because we need to, you know, check up on you, see how you're doing, see how those wounds are doing, see how your body's healing, how much you're draining, how's your abdomen, how's your buttocks, how's your breast looking, you know, your chin, your vagina, for all the different procedures that we offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. And you know, this is not the only reason. The other reasons as well is because, you know, when you are getting surgery, you guys, at the end of the day, this is something that you need to realize, that you need to cater to your body in a way where it's nourishing and caring. Okay, what does this mean? That we need to be chill with our bodies. We need to, you know, let time discompose absolutely everything, you know, that just happened, because it's normal for after surgery for your body to be swollen and inflamed, for you to feel like you're sore. You know, a lot of most of our patients, actually, you know, they come and tell me when I ask them, like, oh, you know, like, how does it feel, like, how are you feeling? And the way that they explain it is that they feel like, you know, when you go to the gym and you hit a really, really, really good workout, and then the next day you wake up super sore, you know, because, you know, you've worked out your muscles really well. That's exactly, you know, how it feels, you guys. That's exactly how it feels. So it's something, you know, to keep in mind. That way you guys can have the recollection of everything that, you know, you are going to be going through. You're also going to be draining liquids and fluids, which is completely normal. It's a part of the process as well. And I'm going to be getting into the drains right now after I answer this question. I see here, Aisha Roberts, Lipo 360 include what body parts? So, how are you doing today? Welcome to the live. Welcome to everyone that is joining. Okay, so the Lipo 360, what it includes, you guys, is this. So it includes your front abdomen, your sides, okay, your flanks, and your back, all the way up to the bra strap, you guys. So, you know, it includes the fupa, the love handles, the flanks, your entire front abdomen, and your back, all the way up to the bra strap. So you'll be getting, you know, those annoying rolls that form under the bra strap as well. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, it is super important for us to remember all of this amazing information, you guys, because this is going to be super, super useful for all of you. One of the things that I wanted to mention to you as well is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today right now for you guys to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, thank you. No, of course, no problem. By the way, you guys, we have amazing promotions on Lipo 360s and, you know, Lipo 360 with BBL. We also have promotions on breast augmentations, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers, and we also have you know, promotions on combined procedures. So make sure that you are leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and schedule you for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation. Okay, I see here Karis, how you doing? Oh, Carissa, how you doing today? Welcome. How are you? Good morning. Hello, I'm new here. Where are you guys located? We're located in Miami, Florida. We have 3 locations of Icon Cosmetic Center in Miami, Florida. So we have the Blue Lagoon location, which is where I'm currently in right now, in the Blue Lagoon location. Then we have the Doral location, and we also have the Hialeah location. So all 3 of these locations, you guys, it is super, super, super important for us to remember that we only consist of board certified surgeons. So in total we have 9 board certified surgeons. We also have certified masseuses in every single one of our locations. Okay, you will understand why I'm throwing that in there in just a couple of minutes. I see here Miki's Creations. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Where is this office located? We're located in Miami, Florida, you guys, okay? But no worries, even if you're watching me outside of the state or outside of the country, we do offer free virtual consultations and free in-person consultations, okay? Really, really, really important that we do remember all of this amazing information. Make sure that you're going ahead and leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder, okay? Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? Ayesha Roberts, how you doing? Is there a website we can view before and after pictures? So, yes, there is. The reason why we don't post before and afters here on our TikTok, you guys, in case you were wondering, is because TikTok is more sensitive to that kind of content, you guys. So, you know, unfortunately, if we post a before and after, it'll just get taken down because of TikTok guidelines. Okay, so you can check out our before and afters on our Instagram at icon/cosmetic/center/Miami. Okay, so that is something that is super, super, super important for you guys to remember in case you're ever wondering, you know, I want to see results and you don't see them here on our TikTok. Just go to our Instagram. There we post all of our gorgeous before and afters, and we also post our patients' testimonies. Okay, so our patients' testimonies being, for example, they explain how their experience was here with us. They explain the whole process, you know, the before, the during, the after. They explain, you know, they show off their results. They explain how they found out about us, why they chose us, how they felt here with us. And, you know, word of mouth is something that is really, really powerful, you guys. And I've always said it in every single one of our lives. And it's something that, you know, we have successfully mastered because our word of mouth is so powerful here at Icon Cosmetic Center, in the sense that, you know, it is so many people just, you know, recommending us to other people, to their friends, to their family, you know, to their acquaintances, to their co-workers, and to their partners. And this is something that is just so, so amazing to see, because when we are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, we want to be making sure that we are going with a clinic that is going to be delivering more than just good results. Okay, you guys, it's going to be delivering, you know, comfortability, amazing bedside manner. It's going to be offering, you know, education, amazing communication as well. Like, these are all things that you, when you're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, in the moment we don't really think about it. We're just like, I just want a brand new booty, I just want a new abdomen, I just want a new set of breasts. But we gotta think a little bit deeper, you guys. We gotta remember that surgery, at the end of the day, is an experience, and you want to be making sure that the staff that you're going with, the clinic that you're going with, the surgeon that you're going with is professionals, and they're true professionals, in the sense that they're going to be giving you everything that you need and also be delivering everything that you want. Okay, you guys, so this is something. And of course, you know, everything in the sense of like BBLs, tummy tucks, breast augmentations, vaginoplasties, all of these procedures have different factors that do play out in the decision making of what is going to be the end result. And of course, with our amazing board certified surgeons education, you're always going to be able to acquire exactly what you're looking for with our surgeons' amazing helps and recommendations. Okay, so that is something that is really, really important for us to remember, you guys, when we're looking forward to getting surgery. And, you know, we know that we want to look this way, but we don't really know what it's going to get us to get there. You don't need to figure that out on your own. That is not for you to figure out, you guys. All you guys need to do is leave your information here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to be checking up on you guys, you know, before or after your surgery. We're always going to be making sure that those medical clearances are up to date, the labs are up to date, that, you know, you're up to date with absolutely everything that you need to do throughout your healing process, in the sense of wearing your faja, getting your massages done, walking around every hour, 15 to 20 minutes, you guys. We got to remember that we got to do these things to keep the blood pumping. For example, for the walking, we have to remember that this is to keep the blood pumping, okay? And this is also to prevent blood clots. for the faja, you guys, the faja, it has to be your second skin, okay, your second layer of skin, because the faja is going to be helping us a lot into molding and sculpting our body. Okay, the faja, it needs to be used 24 hours a day the first month. Okay, you guys, the first month it needs to be used 24 hours a day. You're only going to be taking it off for when you need to shower or when the faja needs to be clean. Now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really, really, really important for us to remember is that this faja, the stage 1 faja, you don't want to go ahead and purchase it from like Amazon or TikTok shop, because the reality of this, you guys, is that these stores, you know, that we see online and stuff like that, these stores, 9 times out of 10, you're actually buying a waist trainer than a surgical faja, and there's a great difference in between the two. Okay, you guys, so this is something that is really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind. So make sure that you guys are, you know, keeping up with absolutely everything that we have to offer here to you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is important as well is that when we are purchasing our faja, you may be wondering, well, where am I supposed to purchase my faja from then? This is a perfect question, you guys, and you're supposed to be purchasing your stage 1 faja from Icon Cosmetic Center. Okay, this is something that is extremely important for us to remember, you guys, because like I said, 9 times out of 10, when you just go ahead and buy your stage 1 faja somewhere else because you're just super excited, you're super thrilled, you cannot wait to get your surgery, and you just want to have everything ready. And I get it, and honestly, that's like the best attitude to have. That's the attitude that you want to have. You want to be ready. You don't want to be, you know, needing anything and stuff like that. And with that being said, you guys, you know, these are things that are really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. So make sure, you guys, that you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing in order to finally, you know, receive your surgery. Okay, go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is equally as important for us to remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to be making sure as well that you are doing things the correct way. What does this mean? So for example, the faja, you know, if there's anything that you don't know how to do or you don't know how to put the faja on, we're always going to be teaching you guys. So if you feel like I'm saying a lot of information, like for you to be capable of remembering it all, don't even stress about it, you guys. When you come in for your free virtual consultation or your free in-person consultation, you know, we are going to be explaining to you absolutely everything, whatever questions, whatever doubts. We're always super happy to guide you guys and help you with any kind of confusion. So that is something that is really important for us to remember as well. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, you could go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll be answering them, okay? Make sure that you're leaving your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. This is something that is super important for you to remember as well, because at the end of the day, like I said, you want to be making the most out of today, the most out of right now, in order to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that for the faja, like I was saying, for the faja, the best thing for you to do is for you to purchase your stage 1 faja here with us at Icon Cosmetic Center. Okay, now once you do that, you guys, I always recommend, you know, getting 2, and I'm gonna explain right now why I recommend getting 2 at the beginning of your healing process. The reason to this, you guys, is because, like I was explaining to you earlier, your body is completely normal for your body to be swollen, for your body to be inflamed, you know, so that is something that is completely normal. Now, you're also gonna be experiencing draining liquids and fluids, which is also completely normal and part of the process. With that being said, you guys, you know, you're going to be draining these liquids and fluids through those small incisions that, you know, are made at the lower part of your abdomen, you know, and stuff like that. So, now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it is so important for us to finally be able to, you know, when we get our surgery, it is important for us to keep up with absolutely everything that we need to do. Because before I keep explaining, you know, about the draining and the liquids and stuff, I just want to say that it is really important for you to remember that your post-op care is equally as important as you finding a really good surgeon, a board certified surgeon with over 10 years of experience. And lucky for you, that's exactly what we have here at Icon Cosmetic Center. Every single one of our 9 board certified surgeons have over 10 years of experience. Now, with that being said, you guys, this is really, 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 really important for you to remember, because you could go ahead and have one of the best amazing surgeons, but your results depend on you as well. 50% of your results depend on you as well, because you need to be wearing that faja, you need to be getting those massages, and they need to be done professionally done. Like, it needs to be done by somebody that knows how to execute these lymphatic massages. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is important for us to remember as well is that here at Cosmetic Center, we are always going to be making sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer, we are doing it. Okay, you guys, so make sure that you are leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. With that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that the reason why I was mentioning to you why it's important for you guys to know that we have certified masseuse in every single one of our 3 locations is because, you guys, when we're looking forward to getting our massages done, you know, there's a lot of people sometimes that say that they know how to do massages, but in reality, you know, you come to find out that they actually don't know what they're doing. And the only way that you come to find out is because now you've developed fibrosis. And this is honestly not a very good case scenario. This is not the best case scenario whatsoever at all, to say the least. Okay, so what do I mean by this? You guys, fibrosis is something that has no cure. Fibrosis is something that creates because it's liquid retention that builds up on the inside part of your abdomen, and then it shows out on the outside part of your abdomen as lumps of liquid retention. Okay, so this is something that is really, really important for us to remember. So these are things that are super, super important for us to remember, you guys, okay? Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that with everything that we have to offer here at Cosmetic Center, board certified surgeons, amazing nurses, certified masseuses, you know, with everything, it's just super convenient, and it's honestly something that you cannot put a price on, because the amount of peace of mind that you will experience when you know that you're in the right hands, when you know that you're in amazing hands, it's something that you simply cannot put a price on. Okay, you guys, so this is something for you to keep in mind, for you to, you know, remember when you are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, because at the end of the day, these are things that are going to be helping you out so much into finally being able to get your surgery. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to be making sure that you are getting those massages done the right way, that you're wearing that faja the right way, those boards, those foams. Because let me tell you something, when we are, you know, doing all of these things, you guys, it is really important for us to remember, like I said, we have certified masseuses here. So our certified masseuses know how to detect liquid retention, know how to work with every single type of body type, and know all the right techniques. So these 3 right here are the main 3 that are going to make sure that you are with not even a drop of liquid. So this is something that you always want to be making sure that you are keeping up with, that you are doing, you guys, because, you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, how many massages am I supposed to get then? You know, how many massages am I supposed to get? And the reality of this, you guys, is that there's no limit to how many massages you could get. I honestly say that the more the merrier, because this is something that is only going to help you. You know, this is something that is only going to help with the inflammation, with the swollenness, with the liquid retention. So get as many as you possibly can. The minimum, like if you guys want a minimum, the minimum of massages that you should be getting is 30 to 40 massages. That's like the minimum, okay, you guys? And that should be like every day for a month straight, okay? And you know, after that, you could go ahead and have like 2 to 3 massages a week or something like that. But this is something, you know, like when you are thinking about, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, not really have my massages, or I'm just gonna be like cheap with the post-op care. When you decide to be cheap with your post-op care, you decide to be cheap with your results, and then your results will look cheap, okay? So this is something that is important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. So make sure, you guys, that you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, so that way, you know, you can avoid this kind of predicament, okay, you guys? So make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. This is things that are super important for us to remember. Now, I don't think I said, you know, where the surgeons are in every single location, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. In the Blue Lagoon location, we have Dr. June, Dr. Meridian, Dr. Guarani, and Dr. Giselle Guarani, okay, you guys? So with that being said, for the people that probably have known about Icon Cosmetic Center and it's your first time hearing the name Dr. June, and you're probably thinking, oh, you know, like, who's that? So that's a new surgeon that we have here at Icon Cosmetic Center, also board certified, also has many years of experience, and we're super thrilled, we're super happy and proud to have Dr. June be a part of the Icon Cosmetic Center family. So yeah, you guys, if you want to go ahead and check out his work or check out any of our surgeons' work, you could go ahead and go to our Instagram at icon/cosmetic/center/Miami. Okay, now in the Doral location, we also have Dr. Fisher and Dr. Porter. And in the Hialeah location, we have Dr. Harold, Dr. Song, and Dr. Tamer. Okay, you guys, so as I was telling you, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that all 3 of our locations are very nicely located, in the sense that all 3 of our locations have many different hotels around them, have many different pharmacies around them, have many different restaurants, you know, to choose from to eat at. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, you guys, is mainly for the people that are coming like outside of the state or outside of the country. You know, make sure that you're asking for the right amount of time off at work, because, you know, when you hear 7 days, you gotta stay in the city of Miami 7 days, it doesn't mean, you guys, that the day that you get surgery doesn't count as the first day, okay, you guys? It's the following day that will be counting as the first day, okay? It's the following day that will be counting as the first day. So that's something that is really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well, so we can have the recollection of, okay, this is how many days I need off. Or if you have kids and you need to sort out, you know, whatever it is that you need to sort out, so you can make sure that you have, okay, this is how many days I need off. Or if you have kids and you need to sort out, you know, whatever it is that you need to sort out, so you can make sure that you have the right amount of time set, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys about the drains. Right now, I don't have like a drain in my hand to show you, but I can explain it to you so you have an idea of what the drains are, since I was explaining that earlier, okay? So, when I was telling you guys that you are going to be draining liquids and fluids, and when I was telling you guys for you to get 2 fajas of the stage 1, was because when you are, you know, draining liquids and fluids, it's completely normal for you to stay in your faja, your boards, your foams, your compression socks, which I'm also going to be explaining what those 3 are and what their functions are. Now, the reason why I said that, you guys, you're probably, oh, but with just one, I could just wash it and dry it and that's it, and I could just, let me explain. You need 2, because first of all, the faja, when you put it to wash, you guys, you could only put it to wash. You can't put it to dry in the dryer, because the dryer messes up the compression material of the faja. Okay, you guys? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that when you are talking about you know, staining your faja and stuff like that, you need to clean that right away. You know, I've seen a lot of people say on social media like, oh, I didn't shower like 5 days after my surgery, I didn't shower for like a week. No, you guys, that's a big no. You need to be showering, of course, the day of your surgery. Like after your surgery, you're not gonna shower right after your surgery, but the very next day you're gonna shower. You know, this is something that hygiene is never kicked off just because of whatever else is going on. Hygiene is super, super, super important and should always be important and should always be a routine of every single human being. Okay, you guys? So regardless if you're getting surgery, regardless if you're not, hygiene is always going to be a priority. Okay, so when I see people say, oh, I didn't shower for like 5 days after my surgery, and you know, I didn't really even switch on my faja, this is something that you're playing with fire, you guys, because if you're draining and you are staining your fajas with, you know, the liquids and the fluids, and you haven't showered for like 5 days, and you haven't even washed your faja and it's all dirty, think about this. What are you doing? You are willingly putting bacteria onto your body, onto those incisions. That is something that it's not good at all for you to do. So keep in mind, you guys, that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, we don't want to be, you know, willingly doing things that are gonna, you know, expose our body to any kind of bacteria. Okay, you guys, so that is something really important. Like, hygiene is number one. If you see that your faja is already dirty and stuff, just put it in the washer. Don't put it in the dryer. You need to let it air dry, because the dry, like I said, it messes up the compression material of the faja. Now, for example, let's say that you went into the shower, you know, you put your faja to wash, but the faja is gonna probably take like 45 minutes to an hour for it to finish washing, right? And you're probably gonna take like a 20-minute, 30-minute shower. You see what I mean there? And then you have to, you know, wait for it to air dry. You see what I mean? That it's not convenient for you to just have one faja on hand, because you need to be wearing this faja 24/7. And at the beginning of your healing process is when you're gonna be draining the most. Okay? So these are things that are really, really important for us to remember, because we don't want to be, you know, not with our faja just because we went ahead and just only got one when we could have gotten two. So that way, you know, while this one is air drying, I'm using this one, and when this one get dirty and I put it to dry, you know, I could use the other one that is already finished air drying. Okay, so this is something that is really, really important for us to remember, for us to keep in mind. That's why I highly recommend you guys getting 2 fajas at the beginning of your surgery. By the way, you may be wondering, well, if I can't buy a faja, you know, outside of Icon Cosmetic Center, because I'm not gonna get my size right, it's probably gonna be a waist trainer, then how do you guys get the size right? I'm gonna explain to you how we get the size right. So when you're undergoing surgery, you guys, we don't know what size you're gonna be until that surgery is done. Okay, when that surgery is done, then we get to see, you know, how much, you know, what's gonna be your size, you know, how small is your waist compared to your buttocks. Because we have to remember, for example, this promotion right here that I have of the BBL and the Lipo 360 right here above my head, this promotion is a perfect example of, look at her before. I really take a look at her before, and then look at her after. Look how small her waist is, and look how pretty and voluminous, her buttocks. Okay, so obviously there is a big difference in size, there's a big difference in width and in length. Okay, you guys, so this is something that is really important for us to remember as well, because when we are getting a BBL, we got to remember that a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks and into the hips. So I'm gonna make a prime example out of this. When you're getting a BBL, you cannot be wearing things that are way too tight. That's why things like faja being too tight, or jeans, or just pants that are just way too tight on that area, are prohibited for as long as the surgeon tells you. Okay, because these are things that the compression and the pressure, you know, pressing down on the buttocks and into the hips, it causes for those fat cells to die. We got to remember that these fat cells, the way that they survive is by the blood circulation, okay, you guys, is by blood pumping to those brand new fossils that have been put into your buttocks. Okay, so remember this. If you go ahead and buy a faja thinking, oh, like, I'm probably gonna, if you're small, you're like, I'm probably gonna be a medium, no, because you gotta remember, you guys, that 9 times out of 10 when you wake up from surgery, you're gonna also be inflamed. Not only is your buttocks bigger and your waist is smaller now, but you're also gonna be inflamed. Okay, so that is another thing that you need to keep in mind. Like, there's no way for you to get the size right. That's why I'm even telling you, like, we don't know what size you're gonna be until that surgery is done. Okay, you guys, so that is something that is really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind before we make an anxious buy and we're like, oh my gosh, I need my faja, I need to go get it. Girl, you need to go get it, but from Icon Cosmetic Center, because this is what's actually gonna pay off, and we got real surgical fajas. Okay, you guys, 9 times out of 10 when you look at a faja to the naked eye, to a person that has never gotten surgery, or to a person that has never truly even had a surgical faja in their hands or seen the difference, like the difference in material, you guys, the difference is absolutely insane. They serve 2 complete different purposes. Okay, so that is something that is really important as well. So just giving you a little tip so that way you can go ahead and save some money. Okay, now with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is important for us to remember as well is that, like I was telling you, if you're gonna be draining and stuff like that, so the for the girls and the guys that want to come to Miami, to Icon Cosmetic Center from outside of the state or outside of the country, we also have to remember, you guys, that another reason why we have to stay in the city at least 7 days, minimum of 7 days, is because, and remember that the 7 days start after surgery. Okay, so let's say I get surgery today is not day 1, tomorrow is day 1 out of those 7 days. Okay, now we gotta remember, you guys, that we are gonna be having drains, and that's what I wanted to explain to you. But right now I don't have like an actual drain to show you, but I can still explain it to you. Okay, so the drain is going to be placed on those small incisions, you guys. And the drain, what it does for you is that all that liquid, all that fluid, it goes through this little tube, through this little skinny tube, and it goes towards this ball, which has measurements, right? So the measurements are 25, 50, 75, and 100. So with that being said, when these measurements are here, and let's say that the first night you drained like around 50 to 75, right? What does this mean? That you're draining a good amount. This is actually a good sign. It's a good thing that your body is getting rid of those fluids and those liquids. Now, before you dump this out into your toilet, into your sink, you're gonna go ahead and document this. Okay, so you're gonna document it either in a picture, or you're gonna text it to somebody, or you could write it down on your notes, or you could write it down on a notebook. Like, for example, me, I feel like the easiest one would just to be take a picture, because it gives you the right, like, it's literally a picture of the thing that it tells you exactly where it's at, the time, and everything. Okay, so I think that that's like the easiest method, but whatever works for you, whatever is the easiest thing for you guys to be able to keep up with it. Now, 1 second. Now, with everything that I'm telling you guys here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today, right now, you guys, for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to be making sure that absolutely everything that we have to offer to you guys, we break it down to you, we explain it to you, and these are all things that at the end of the day you could take great advantage of. So make sure that you are taking great advantage of this. Okay, make sure that you are keeping up with absolutely everything that we are doing, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that we have amazing financial plans that can actually help you so much into finally being able to get your surgery. Okay, so these financial plans, the way that they play out, like I was telling you guys earlier, when you put in your $250 deposit, you get to lock in the special price for up to 2 years, right? So now, when we are talking about financing our surgery, I feel like a lot of people, when I say, oh, you know, you could finance your surgery, I feel like people think that it's like a $700 payment a month, or a $500 payment a month, or a $300 payment a month. You guys, when I'm telling you, your jaw is gonna be on the floor. Like, you're literally gonna be so like stunned, and you're gonna be like, okay, where do I sign up? Because I'm letting you guys know now, these financial plans, the way that these financial plans are designed, honestly have never made it easier for us to finally be able to get our surgery. You guys, this is something that honestly helps us out so much into finally being able to get our surgery. So make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important for us to remember as well is that the companies that we do these financial plans with are Alpha Credit and Care Credit. And lucky for you, we have financial plans for every single procedure that we offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. And honestly, this is something that completely changes the game for us, because you know, this gives us a new look on things, and this gives us a new set of opportunities into finally being able to get our surgery. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important for us to remember as well is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today right now for us to finally go ahead and get our surgery. So make sure that you are leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. You guys put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you. Really, really, really important that we do remember all of this amazing information. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is equally as important for us to remember is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it is literally up to you. Like, your future is in your hands, you guys, because it really has never been easier. And you know, maybe you've been had your eye on us, maybe you've been wanting to get your surgery done, and the only reason why you haven't done it is because, you know, like, you think that it's impossible for you to get surgery. No, not at all. I'm here to let you know, no, not at all. I'm here to let you know now, that's not the case at all. Okay, you guys, so make sure that you're making the most out of today. Make sure that you're making the most out of right now. Go ahead and leave your information right here in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you. These are things that are extremely, extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. Okay, now another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is, let's go ahead and start. So the financial plans for a BBL, you could pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly. Like I was explaining earlier, a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks. Okay, you guys, to the buttocks and to the hips. You know, they get the fat from your abdomen, your back, your flanks. You could also get fat from different areas of the body, but of course, you know, the most fat where most people have the most fat is on the abdomen, the flanks, and the back. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, I am super, super thrilled to tell you guys as well that with everything that we have to offer here at Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today right now for you guys to finally go ahead and get your surgery. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that we use ultrasound guidance for every single one of our BBLs. So what does that mean? For every single one of our BBLs, we use ultrasound guidance in the sense that the ultrasound guidance allows the surgeon to see absolutely everything that is going on through the entire surgery. So when they're placing the cannula, where they're placing the cannula, the ultrasound allows them to see what's going on the inside of the buttocks. When they're disposing the fat, the ultrasound also allows them to see where they're disposing the fat. And of course, you know, they're also able to see everything on the inside of the buttocks, okay, of each cheek. So this is something that is super, super amazing. And this is something that when you're getting a BBL, you guys, you want to be making sure that you are going ahead with a board certified surgeon that does ultrasound guidance BBLs. Okay, you guys, and here at Icon Cosmetic Center, that's exactly what we have to offer here to you, what we bring to the table. And it's honestly something that you could be taking great advantage of. So make sure that you're going ahead and taking great advantage of it, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you. So you're gonna go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Really, really important that we do remember all of this amazing information. Now, for a breast augmentation, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. So for a breast augmentation, you guys, we have either saline or silicone. You know, a lot of you guys ask me which one do I like more. I honestly think that both of them are really great. I honestly think that they both, you know, look really good. They feel really good. You know, the cleavage that they both bring. And, you know, I have many friends, many acquaintances that have their breasts done. I also see patients here all day, every day, you know, getting breast augmentations, BBLs, tummy tucks, lipo 360s, mommy makeovers, labiaplasties, vaginoplasties, you know, chin lipos, arm lipos, inner thigh lipos, okay? So I'm letting you guys know now, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier for you to finally be able to get your surgery, okay? So make sure that you guys are doing absolutely everything, okay, you guys? So this deal of the BBL, you guys, I believe this is Dr. Porter, Dr. Tamer, and Dr. June, okay, you guys? So you want to be making sure that you are making the most out of today, that you are making the most out of right now. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Oh my gosh, Julie, how are you, love? I didn't even realize that was you asking me. I just read the question. How are you? Good morning. Well, good afternoon, really, because it's already 12:30. But how are you, girl? So yeah, this is Dr. Tamer, Dr. Porter, and Dr. June, okay? So right now, I'm good, love. I got a massage today. I feel amazing. That is so great. That is so great, babe. I am so happy to hear that. And honestly, Julie, you're such an amazing example of what a responsible patient is. You know, so Julie, you guys, I believe she's 1 month post-op and probably a couple of days. And, you know, she's been keeping up with her massages, you know, I'm sure. And when I saw her, she had just recently gotten surgery and her body looked amazing, you guys. And she's a perfect example of what it is when the responsibility and the discipline that you need for after your surgery, you know. I get a lot of girls that they tell me, oh, two to 3 weeks after the procedure, they're like, I'm in love with my body. I love my body. Oh my gosh, I look great. And I tell them, I'm like, just wait until you hit that 4th month, 6th month mark. You're going to be amazed. You're going to be stunned. You're not going to stop staring at yourself in the mirror. So these are things, the way that we can get this sensation, the way that we can get this feeling is by being disciplined, you guys. And by doing everything that we need to be doing in order to make sure that our results, you know, are well taken care of, are kept, you know. Because, for example, what Julie's doing, I'm going to go ahead and make you an example out of your love. What Julie's doing is that she's keeping up with her massages. So, if you don't keep up with your massages, you guys, you can develop fibrosis, like what I was telling you guys earlier, okay? You can develop fibrosis, and this is super, super, super important because you need to get all that liquid retention out, okay? All those fluids, all those liquids, you need to get them out. These massages are a big fundamental part of these, you know, post-op care, okay? Julie, I see here you put, I get massages every 2 to 3 days. Still, I'm maximizing my results. That is super, super amazing, love. Like, that is actually so amazing. You guys, this is a perfect example of what you need to be doing. This is literally a perfect example because she is taking into consideration to get her massages done every 2 to 3 days because she knows exactly what it is. And I'm going to tell you what it is as well, you guys. It's 50% your surgeon, but the other 50% is how you take care of yourself. You know, are you eating protein? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting your massages done, professionally done, and at a good, consistent rate? Are you walking around every hour, 15 to 20 minutes? Are you wearing your compression socks? Are you wearing your faja, your boards, your foams? You guys, these are all things that are really, really important. You may be wondering, well, why is it important? You know, I'm going to explain to you. When we are, you know, for example, the compression socks. when we are healing from surgery, guys, like I told you, when you wake up from surgery, it's completely normal for your body to be inflamed and swollen. When you're 1 month post-op, 2 months post-op, you're still swollen. Even at 3 months post-op, there's still some swollenness, some swelling to still go down. When you see your final results is, I believe, around the 6 month mark. Okay, so 4 to 6 month mark. Okay, that's what you'll be seeing your final results. Okay, you guys. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that the compression socks are important to wear because, like I said, your entire body is going to be swollen, including your feet and your legs. So these compression socks, are going to be helping with the swelling, are going to be helping with improving oxygen, improving blood circulation, and preventing blood clots. So you need to be making sure that you are wearing these compression socks day and night. You got to sleep in them. The only reason why you're not going to be wearing your compression socks is because you're showering or because you're washing them. But that's not even good enough reason. Also, remember, you guys, that the compression socks go in the washer, but don't go in the dryer. They are meant to be, dried by air. Okay, you guys, so air dry. So now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that you're going to be wearing your compression socks for up to 4 weeks. Okay, now, so after the 4 weeks, let's say that you notice that your feet and your legs are still a little bit swollen. Completely normal, you guys. You just got surgery. It's completely normal. It's only been 1 month. So you're going to go ahead and tell your surgeon, like, hey, look, like, my feet and my legs look still a little swollen. Like, what do you recommend I do? And 9 times out of 10, what the surgeon is going to tell you to do is to wear your compression socks for however longer they may feel like you need to wear them for. Okay, so this is something that is important for us to remember and important for us to keep in mind, because at the end of the day, you guys, we want to be making sure that we are not sabotaging ourselves. We want to be making sure that we're actually helping ourselves, because trust me, when you see your new banging body, when you see how good you look, you're going to be excited. You're going to be like literally thrilled to finally be able to step outside and wear your favorite outfit and do your makeup and do your hair and, take pictures and go ahead and flaunt that new figure, So that's why I'm telling you all of these little tips, so that way you can get back to doing that faster, because trust me, you don't even know how many patients I get that they're just like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for me with this new body. Like, I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna go to the pool, I'm gonna have photo shoots, I'm gonna go to the club, I'm gonna go out, like, I'm gonna have fun with my new body. And this is honestly something that is super, super amazing, you guys, because you are just so happy with your results that you can't wait to flaunt them. But that's why I'm telling you, make sure that you are doing everything that you're supposed to be doing in order to, like Julie was saying, maximize your results. Okay, that is the end goal here, you guys. That's why I'm telling you, when you try to play it cheap, when you try to play it short, your results will look cheap. You get what I mean? Because you done invested all this money, all this time, all this effort into finally being able to get your surgery. Now you get it, and you're not gonna do the very last part that is also as equally as important, and that is really gonna play out, either gonna give you the results that you've always wanted, or since you didn't keep up with what you needed to do, now you have fibrosis, now you have this, now you have that. Okay, you guys, this is something that is extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that there is 3 different kinds of incisions when it comes down to a breast augmentation. It could be either through the areola, through the underboob, or through the armpit. Okay, you guys, so you have these 3 different kinds of incisions. Now, with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, the education, the guidance, the comfortability, the prices, the results, it's unbeatable, you guys. Like, we the best to do it. I'm telling you now, we are a very high volume clinic. Our surgeons are very highly requested surgeons, very well-known surgeons. Like I said, word of mouth is something that is very powerful, and we all got access to Google. You could check out our reviews, our before and afters, our story times that people like to do, telling their story, how they felt here with us at Icon Cosmetic Center. So I'm here to let you know now, we actually get a lot of support, from our patients, from our iconic dolls. And it's something that we're super thankful for. We're super proud of, because it really does reflect all the hard work that goes behind the scenes. you know. So Julie, Icon Cosmetics is amazing. Thank you so much, love. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to us, girl. And you're amazing as well, because you know you've been doing what you need to do. And honestly, with an amazing surgeon and following all the instructions, girl, that body is gonna be so tea. Like, you are literally gonna be stopping traffic. Like, I'm letting you know now. This is something that is super, super convenient for you guys to, you know, kind of already know, like, okay, look, like, when I get my surgery, I can't even play it cheap, because then my results are not gonna come out the way that I want them. And that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure. And also for the massages here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have amazing promotions, you guys. We have also, like, you know, post-up care bundles and stuff like that. You just gotta cash them while you can. But you know, we do have amazing prices on our massages and stuff like that. So make sure that you're making the most out of today. Make sure that you're making the most out of right now. Now, for a Lipo 360, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. Make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that when we are talking about Lipo 360, so people tend to get confused by the name 360, you guys, but think about it like this. 360 is a full circle. So that's exactly how it plays out. So if you see this, like, amazing example right here in front of me, you see how right here, well, you guys don't really see what I'm touching, but you see, like, her stomach right here, and then you see how small her waist, like even the back and the flanks and the front, how small it is. This is a perfect example of how the Lipo 360 plays out. The Lipo 360 plays out all around the abdomen, on, you know, the front part of your abdomen, your flanks, and your back, all the way up to the bra strap, okay, you guys? So it gets rid of the fupa, the love handles, you know, it gets rid of the little rolls that create right under the bra strap. It gets rid of all of those things, you guys, okay? So I'm letting you guys know now, with everything that we have to offer, it really has never been easier than today for you guys to finally be able to get your surgery. So what are you guys waiting for? Make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that the financial plan for a tummy tuck, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. So for a tummy tuck, is a procedure that repairs the abdominal muscle, does lipo on the flanks. Once they're done doing that, they grab the skin, they stretch out that skin, and they make sure that they place, you know, when they stretch out that skin, they make sure your belly button is well centered and symmetrical with the rest of your body, looking very natural. And then they go ahead and remove the excess skin. So the sole purpose of a tummy tuck is to remove excess skin, okay? Now, you may be wondering, well, why do I need my abdominal muscle repair? The reason why you need your abdominal muscle repair, you guys, is because this is going to allow that outside part of your abdomen to look as flat as possible. You know, when you're getting a tummy tuck, the end goal is to remove that excess skin and to have a flat stomach, okay? Or a smooth stomach. So, as I was saying, for a tummy tuck, there's two different kinds of incisions. There's the mini tummy tuck, where the incision is from bikini line to bikini line, and you know, this incision would be for somebody that has little to no excess skin, really. Now, for a full tummy tuck, I almost forgot the name of it. For a full tummy tuck, the incision is from hip to hip, okay, you guys? So since the incision is from hip to hip, what does this mean? That it is most likely, you know, this kind of full tummy tuck procedure would be for somebody that is experiencing more excess skin, okay, you guys? So that is the difference in between the two. A lot of people sometimes ask, you know, what is a mini tummy tuck? Is it different? And it's not different, you guys. The incision is just smaller because you have less excess skin, okay? Now, for a mommy makeover, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. So for a mommy makeover, you guys, it's a tummy tuck where it repairs the abdominal muscle, does lipo on the flanks. Once they're done doing that, they stretch out that skin, they make sure that your belly button is well centered and symmetrical with the rest of your body, and then they go ahead and remove that excess skin. With that being said, you guys, then they also consist of a breast surgery of your choice, of your liking, of your preference. So what does this mean, you guys? This breast surgery will be either a breast augmentation, a breast lift, a breast reduction, or a breast fat transfer. So let's say, for example, that you want to mix a breast lift with a breast fat transfer, but you're not really sure on, how to go on about finally being able to mix your procedures. Well, I'm here to let you know now, you guys, that the way that you can mix your procedures is the following. You could either do also a breast fat transfer with a breast reduction. Maybe you could want to reduce and put a little bit on for upper pool fullness, or you could do a breast lift with a breast augmentation. There's just so many different ways as to how you can combine your procedures here at Icon Cosmetic Center. That is honestly super amazing. So if you're wondering like, oh, would I be able to do this? Of course, you guys. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know now. That's what the mommy makeover consists of, and you could pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. Now, for a labiaplasty, you could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. For a labiaplasty, this is a surgery that is performed on the outside part of the vagina, you guys. So this surgery, for example, this surgery would be for somebody that is experiencing discomfort in their everyday life, whether in their intimate life, or just their everyday life, when they're wearing underwear, when they're wearing pants, shorts, any piece of clothing. The constant friction with the outside part of your vagina, it's just getting really annoying. It's really bothering you. These are all great indications that you will be an amazing candidate for a labiaplasty. Okay, so these are things that are really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. Another thing that I wanted to remind you guys about is that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it really has never been easier than today for you guys to finally go ahead and get your surgery. So make sure that you're leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this yellow folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that for a tummy tuck and a BBL, the combination of both procedures, you could pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. And for a Lipo 360 with a breast augmentation, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly. So with that being said, you guys, make sure that you are, keeping up with absolutely every single one of our social media platforms, you guys. I'm letting you know now with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center. It really has never been easier than today right now for us to finally be able to get our surgery. So don't let yourself down. Prioritize yourself. Go ahead and leave your information right here. Remember, you guys, that we literally are offering you free in-person consultations and free virtual consultations. So go ahead and make the most out of today. Go ahead and make the most out of right now. Leave your information in this yellow folder right here. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for joining the live today. We'll see you back very soon, and remember, keep in touch with our social media platforms. Stay tuned, as I'll be coming back to tell you guys a lot more information and a lot more new exciting news. Make sure that you're leaving your information right here in this yellow folder: name, phone number, and email. What are you waiting for to become an iconic doll?